Hello and welcome to the video notes for page 1 of SBAC Review Day 3. In this video we're going to be going over problems number 1, number 3, and number 5. We are dividing fractions. Let's look at number 1. What is the value of 2/3 divided by 3/4? So remember when we're dividing fractions, if I have 2/3 divided by 3/4, this is the same thing as if I have 2/3 times the reciprocal of 3/4. Remember, the reciprocal is when I switch the numerator and the denominator. So if I switch 3/4, then it becomes 4/3, and then I can multiply across. So I switch the numerator and the denominator of the fraction that I'm dividing by and multiply across. And then from here, 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 is my numerator, 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 is my denominator. I check, can I simplify this fraction anymore or reduce it? I cannot, so 8/9 is my final answer over here. Okay, let's look at number 3. Fill in the blanks. Some number divided by 2/3 is equal to 3/4. So I know that something divided by 2/3 is equal to 3/4, right? Now remember that if I'm dividing by 2/3, that's the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I switch the numerator and the denominator of the number that I'm dividing by. And so that 2/3 becomes multiplied by 3/2. So I know it's blank times 3/2 equals 3/4. And so then I think to myself, okay, well I think it's probably going to be a fraction on this side. What number times 3 is equal to 3? So what times 3 equals 3? Well, 1 times 3 is equal to 3. And then on the bottom, the denominators, what times 2 is equal to 4? Well, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Okay, and then there's my answer right there. 1/2 times 3/2 is equal to 3/4, or 1/2 divided by 2/3 is equal to 3/4. For number 4, I'm not going to solve this one, but remember, whatever your blank space is in here, you're multiplying by the reciprocal. So remember, don't forget, you have to switch the numerator and the denominator of whatever blanks you get over here. So just don't forget to switch it back. Okay, number 5. What is the value of 2 2/3 divided by 3/4? So in this problem we have a mixed number and we're dividing it by a fraction. And the way that we can solve this is by first turning this mixed number into an improper fraction. So let's do that. So this 2 2/3, right? 2 2/3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this bottom number times the whole number. That's how many thirds I'm going to have, plus the 2 up here. So 2 2/3 is equal to this 3 times the 2 wholes plus the 2/3 that we have here, so this plus this 2. All of that, that's how many thirds we have. So it's this denominator times the whole number plus the numerator. The denominator times the whole number plus the numerator. It goes in a big circle, kind of like that. And then from here, I can do this math. The numerator is 3 times 2 plus 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. And then 8/3. So 2 2/3 is equal to 8/3. Now I can put this 8/3 back in for 2 2/3 right here. So instead of 2 2/3, it's now 8/3 divided by 3/4. And remember, this is the same thing as 8/3 times, I take the reciprocal of the number of the fraction that I'm dividing by, right? So I switch the numerator and the denominator. So I would get times 4/3, and then I can multiply across. 8 times 4 is 32. 3 times 3 is 9. So I have 32/9. Almost done. Now I have to switch this improper fraction back into a mixed number. And so I think to myself, how many times can 9 go into 32? Well, I know that 8 times, or 9 times 3 is 27, and 9 times 4 is 36, so that's too much. So it's going to be 3 here. So I'm going to have, so this is equal to 3 wholes, and then if it's 27, right, the difference between 27 and 32 is 5, so I'd have 5 left over between 27 and 32, so it's 3 and 5/9. Because 32 divided by 9 is 3 remainder 5. So 3 and 5/9. Okay. And with that,
Thank you so much for playing my game.